fellas.
Whoa,
hello.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're still here.
You caught me
listen,
mid-beverage. I'm sorry.
we do the show for free. It's free for everybody, but certain people are very, very kind. They love us the most, and they are. And if you have a little bit of cash lying around, why not give it to your favorite uncles? 2/3 of us don't even have jobs anymore.
That's right. A full 2/3.
1/3 of us wishes he didn't.
Right. The other one wants to quit. So make it happen for us. We have some people to thank. Thanks so much. First of all, to Dale, to Wise Ass Wendy, to Michelle, to other Michelle, to David, and then we're gonna have to dish out some saints here. So Uncle Mark, will you give a belated saint to Carrie, please?
I will. And Carrie, thank you for sending us a note that somehow we had missed you. Your patronage is retroactive. But before we do that, I want to say really quick, we also had a lovely donation on PayPal from our friend Susan Turpin, who just said, this is just for being you guys. Incredibly sweet, Susan. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Yes, so Carrie, of course, your retroactive saint is Saint. I'm trying to get in the headspace. The Saint Squidmaster of the French Antarctic territories, who of course is the patron saint of singing cowboys, the lesser rings of Saturn, and the 50th wedding anniversary of the late Dr. and Mrs. Vincent Morrison of 26 Pearl Street, Hilo, Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Congratulations.
Solid. Specific saint.
Worth the wait, I should think.
Worth the wait, 100%. Uncle Doug, you have to give a saint to Melissa.
Melissa, I don't know why you drew me on the dial. I apologize. So your patron saint is Saint Germain, the Profane, of the Lower East Side of Bangladesh. He is the patron saint of yellow Legos produced before 1978.
Okay.
All musical instrument-themed fashion accoutrement, so your piano ties as such.
Yeah, sure.
And all of the maladies of the pancreas.
Oh, Melissa, you are going to be free from pancreatic maladies. I like it. Well done. And I have to do a saint, too.
Oh, my God.
So my saint is to the only heathen in Idaho. And I know for a fact that's not true. But for today, we're going to make sure that you know.
You're the only heathen that matters in Idaho tonight.
That's right. That's right. For right now, you are the only heathen that matters. And your saint is Saint Elba of Montgomery, Alabama. And Saint Elba is the patron saint of strange and jerky dancing, of large inflatable statuary,
Yep.
and the patron saint of anything that hovers or floats.
Oh, that's quite a broad category.
Pretty
then.
broad. Yeah.
So that's there you go. Those are the patron saints. But we have one more thing we got to do.
Good heavens!
We've got a heaven to give out, people. We've got a new person who has been who, when this person dies, this is Liliana, and Liliana, when you die, you are guaranteed to go to heaven, and here it is. You awaken, Liliana, dazed and groggy, to find yourself in a meadow next to a rocky outcrop. Confused, you wipe the goop out of your eyes, take a breath, and do your best to shake off the haziness and get your bearings. In the distance, you hear a frightening shriek like the cry of a hawk, but far more powerful. Realizing that you're pretty exposed where you are, you decide to run for the cover of the trees at the edge of the meadow. Holy shit, you say to yourself. I'm running really fast. That's when you look down and notice that your legs are significantly longer than they were before. And your clothes are different. And have the scales on your hands always been that metallic copper color? Wait a minute. But before you have time to think, a voice calls out, "Stop there, Dragonborn. These are sacred woods. It is forbidden to enter with those weapons." You look in the direction the voice came from, but see nothing. You look down, and sure enough, you have weapons. A sword at your hip, a strange-looking staff of some sort in your hand, and you're really hoping that's a dagger you feel tucked in the back of your belt. "Show yourself," you shout. Out from the shadows, a centaur emerges, and a look of sorrow in her eyes. "It is dangerous to travel alone," she says. "Where is the rest of your party?" At that moment, you hear a voice behind you. "There you are, Thava! We've been looking for you." You turn to see an unlikely band of 4 very different people, a gnome, a half-elf, a human, a dwarf, all coming toward you, as though they've known you forever. And strangely, you know them too. You all greet each other, and that's when you remember that you're all on an adventure together. Your half-elf friend turns to the centaur and says, "O keeper of the enchanted forest of Halbur, grant us access that we may..." Actually, I'm getting really hungry. Should we order pizza? That last bit sounded very different than his talking before, and his words kind of faded into an echoey ether. Suddenly, everything stops. You, the centaur, and all of your friends just sort of stand there for a really long time. That's right, Liliana. You've died and gone to RPG Heaven. You're an amazing fantasy character, which is totally cool. You'll battle terrible monsters and find hidden treasures, all the while unlocking cooler powers and amazing magic. Unfortunately, your exciting adventures only occur whenever the players decide to get together and play, so there will be weeks-long periods where you're just kind of stopped. Not really frozen in place or anything, just stopped. Sorry. But then the game will continue, and oh, the adventures you'll have. I mean, sure, you'll die sometimes, because somebody rolled some dice and it came out bad for you. But that's okay. You'll just enter another new adventure just as a different character. Eventually. And that's your eternity. Adventure, magic, mythic creatures. Periods of waiting that last much longer than the periods of action. And a destiny controlled by the random chance of a 20-sided die. Enjoy!
Wow, that actually sounds wonderful.
There you go. It's better than a lot of them. So
I would do that, yeah.
Thank you, Liliana. And
thank you, Liliana.
Thanks to all of our other beautiful people. Did I say David? If I didn't say David, then David, I'm thanking you too.
David!
Let's move on.